Welcome back. Grab yourself a brew and hide your wallet because we're going to talk about gear in this one. I want to talk to you about the pieces of gear that I own, and I'm going to tell you what worked and what didn't work. So let's get straight into it. I had a good night's sleep last night. Really good night's sleep again last night, so I slept really well. So this is the sleep system that I was using when I was in Scotland, and I believe that for anyone just starting out, your sleep system is the most important thing to invest your money into. So this is the Rabicent 1100 sleeping bag, so called because it's filled with 1100 grams of high quality duck down, which gives it a sleeping limit of minus 25 degrees. But minus 25 is the limit that the bag can keep you alive, basically. It's not a comfort rating. I think the comfort rating's from 0 to minus 15 degrees, which is still pretty decent. So it's got two little loops at the bottom of the sleeping bag so that you can hang it up to air it out. It's also made in the UK, Sheffield I think. So as you can see, it's got really nice baffles or draft excluders around the neck and shoulder area to keep you nice and warm. You can use the toggles to cinch the hood down as tight as you want, and there's plenty of room for your head and a pillow in the hood. It's got YKK zips throughout with glow-in-the-dark zipper pulls. It's got two zips, so you can open it from the top or from the bottom if you want to just stick your leg out. There's a little pocket on the inside of the sleeping bag that's big enough to fit your phone in, but I usually just put my head torch in there so it's easy to find. It is a mummy style bag, but I don't find it very restricting because I think the middle section of the bag is plenty wide enough for me to curl up in. Comes with this storage bag because it's not a good idea to keep down bags compressed when you're storing them, and it comes with a compression bag as well, but I don't bother using that. It is a big bulky sleeping bag, but I managed to get it in my 48 litre rucksack just fine. It's a compromise, isn't it? It keeps me nice and warm, but it is a bit bigger than a 3-season bag obviously. I've owned this bag for a year now. My dad got me it for one Christmas, and I've used it through a full winter, and it's always looked after me. Really comfortable, really warm. It weighs 1,725 grams, and you can get it from Go Outdoors for £279, but I think you can find it cheaper. Sleeping pad. The Big Agnes Rapide SL insulated wide pad. Fairly large pack size at 13 by 20 centimeters. It's got an R value of 4.2, which is pretty much 3-season use. It's 9 centimeters thick, and the outer tubes are 11 centimeters thick, so they keep you cradled in the middle of the pad and stop you rolling out. It's made from double ripstop nylon. It's wider than most other pads at 64 centimeters, and it's 183 centimeters long. This pad's relatively new to me, but I used it for 6 nights in a row in Scotland, and every single night I slept like a baby, so I highly recommend it. I'm yet to try it out in colder weather, but I am heading out this weekend, and it's due to be about -4 at the top of Ingleborough, so I will report back and let you know how it does in the cold. It weighs 680 grams, and I got mine from wildbounds.com for £154, which is not bad for one of the top range sleeping pads. The Thermarest Z-Lite. Now, this only has an R value of 2, but I have used it on its own through winter multiple times and I found it really comfortable, but I just wanted to up my game a little bit, that's why I went for the inflatable pad. But you can get by just with the Z-Lite. Big Agnes has a R value of 4.2 and this has an R value of 2, so put them together and it's just a little bit warmer and it protects your pad as well. And you can also use it as like a sit pad or whatever. It weighs 400 grams and I got mine from Amazon for £42, but there's plenty of foam insulated mats on the market for a hell of a lot cheaper than that. Decathlon do some. Just make sure you get the one with a silver backing, which means it's insulated. Next, the Snugpak Bivy bag. This was brilliant for keeping my down sleeping bag dry. I got the XL version, which is 260 centimeters long. It's 88 centimeters wide at the chest, 65 centimeters at the foot end, and it weighs 332 grams and it costs £60 on Amazon, but you can find them a lot cheaper. Just make sure it's 100% waterproof, and I'd go for a larger size. This one isn't noisy, it's not like sleeping in a bin bag, which is a bonus. Just don't put your head inside it because you'll suffocate. So my pillow was the Ceta Summit Aeros down pillow, regular version, and it's 33 centimeters by 22 centimeters. I found it comfortable enough, but I'm still on the hunt, like many others, for the perfect inflatable pillow, and I don't think it exists, to be honest. But for the times when I haven't got that much room in my bag, you can see how small the pack size is, so it's easy to just throw this somewhere in your bag. My go-to pillow is always the memory foam pillow that I found on Amazon. It's an Amazon Basics one, and it's so comfortable, and you can compress it down using a dry bag. The Aeros down pillow weighs 70 grams, but it costs £47, and the memory foam pillow weighs 1.1 kg and it's £26. So this is the O bulb from Olight, and it's probably one of my favourite bits of gear. They're absolutely brilliant, these. I can't recommend them highly enough. There's 4 settings. There's warm white, which is 3.5 lumens. There's warm white, which is 55 lumens. And there's a red light, 7 lumens, and then you can have flashing red as well. They charge from empty to full in 2 hours, and on the warm white setting, the 3.5 lumens, which is what I usually have it on in the tent, it's easily bright enough for inside the tent. It'll last for 56 hours, which is crazy. They've never run out on me. There's a lock on them, so you can stop it turning on in your bag. I've dropped them a couple of times and there's no damage on them, so they're quite hard wearing. They're fully watertight, so you could put them in the bath with you if you wanted, but if you have them outside and it's raining, you don't need to worry about it. And the base of them's magnetic, so you can stick them anywhere you want. You can stick them on your car, on your oven if you wanted. And they come with like a little metal disc, and you can peel the back off and stick it somewhere permanent, or you can leave the backing on it like I do, and you can put the plate at one side of your inner tent and then just clip the light to it, and then you can move it around inside your inner tent and put it wherever you want. You can get ones that change colour, but I've just got the standard ones. They weigh 59 grams and they're £19.95 on Amazon. Get yourself one, honestly, they're ace. So I take a head torch with me for pretty much every camp, but I hardly ever use it. The only time I used it in Scotland was to take this picture. but it's good to have just in case you need to bug out in the middle of the night. So this is the Nitecore NU32 headlamp. It's on a bracket so you can angle it and have it wherever you want it pointing. The highest setting is 550 lumens, which will go for a distance of about 125 meters. And on low it's supposed to last for 330 hours, which I don't know if it would last that long, but it's never run out on me. And I have used it before I bought the O-bulbs. I used this as a lantern. I used to just turn it on and put it in the corner of the tent and light the tent up all night. And when I first started out camping, I'd have it on all night because I was a bit on edge. It never ran out. You can lock this as well so it doesn't turn on in your bag. Although if it'd last for 330 hours it wouldn't really matter. If it was on in your bag, you might as well just have it on all the time. It weighs 99.5 grams and it costs £31.27 on Amazon. This is the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump. This one doesn't have the light on it. There are versions that have got a lantern. What can I say, it works really well to blow your pad up. You can also use it to suck the air out of your pad to almost vacuum pack it. It works well, it's a bit noisy. There's no lock on this one, so it can and will turn on in your bag, which it's done that with me loads of times, so I've just started putting it in the very top pocket of my bag so I can get to it easy, because it will turn on in your bag, it always does. Weighs 79 grams and it costs £23 on Amazon, and you can get the one with a lantern for £25. So this little beauty was probably the star of the show when it comes to electricals. It's the 2-spon power bank and it's a 50,000 milliamp hour capacity battery, and it enabled me to charge my phone every night, my 3 drone batteries twice, and I put my O-bulbs on charge every now and again just to keep them topped up, and it lasted me all week. It's got 4 USB ports, 2 of them are fast charging and the other 2 are just standard USB. It's got a nice rubberized sort of texture to it. It's also got a torch on it, which I thought was a bit of a gimmick, but seeing it in action, it is actually a really good quality torch, like it's really bright. There is a 30,000 milliamp hour version, and that's 390 grams. That's £20 on Amazon, and the 50,000 milliamp hour version is 459 grams and it costs £45.99. I'm sure you all know what I'm using here because you've probably seen it countless times, but let's go through it again. There's the Boundless Voyage Titanium Spork, Black Deer pot support, Soto Windmaster stove, Tokes 750mm titanium pot, and I always tend to use Coleman gas. So the Tokes titanium 750mm pot comes with like a bail handle, but I've detached it from mine. I don't usually use it over fires or anything. It's really light at 103 grams, but it's also really expensive, between £34 to £41 on Amazon. But it has lasted me about 3 years and it's in pretty good nick still. A few marks on it, but not major. There is a lot of cheaper brands on the market, such as Lixada, £28, or Boundless Voyage, £25.99, and they're both titanium, so they're lightweight. Really quickly, the Soto Windmaster stove, it's brilliant in the wind. It boils 750ml of water in about a minute. Really small pack size. It weighs 87 grams and it costs £41.50 on Amazon. I got mine for free because I won it in a competition on wildcamping.life UK on Facebook. Boundless Voyage Titanium Long Handled Spork, 14.5 grams, $7.99. Coleman Performance Gas, which is a butane propane mix. This is a C300 bottle. It fits inside my 750ml pot. It weighs 240 grams and it's £4.68. Last but not least, the Spongy Sponge. You can get this on Amazon for £3.90, but that's a right rip-off because you can get it in B&M for £1.50. It weighs 80 grams and it's excellent for drying your tent down, wiping up any spills, stuff like that. Sportneer chair, brilliant chair, really comfortable, stable. You can adjust the legs to different heights depending on what sort of terrain you're on or if you're on a slope. I've not experienced it sinking into the ground, but a lot of people say it does, but I've not had that. It weighs 907 grams and at the time of making this it's actually on offer on Amazon for £25.50, which is a bargain, so get yourself one of them as well. Highlander chair, it weighs 380 grams and it's £22.95, but you can get something really similar that I've seen in Go Outdoors for £10, I think it is. Trekking poles. I'm a real trekking pole convert because I always used to think these were for like old people, or when I saw people using them I'd be like, look at that, sad. But I don't think I could have done Ben Nevis without them, and they're excellent when you're carrying a heavy load and walking on sort of uneven or unstable terrain or boggy terrain. Stopped me falling quite a few times. These ones are the Compact Hikers from Alpkit. They're made from aluminium and they've got a tungsten tip, so if you want to do a bit of welding you can do. Sorry, inside joke. They come with rubber stoppers and those little things that stop them from sinking into the ground too much. No idea what they're called. You can get a twin pack of these for $39.99 from Alpkit, or you can just buy one on its own for £23.99, and they weigh 275 grams each. I always take a first aid kit with me, I just think it's good practice. This one is the Life Systems Nano First Aid Kit, and it comes with a lot of stuff inside it, but I've sort of trimmed everything down inside. I don't take the whole lot, but you do get quite a lot of stuff inside when you buy it. The inside of it's waterproof, so in there really quickly I generally keep those self-adhesive reusable bandages because they're good for like strapping your ankle up or whatever, or using for wounds. Medic! I've got some quick clot powder in there in case I cut myself, a load of Compeed plasters, a few normal plasters, a few dressings, there's some sun cream in there and a lighter just in case, and that weighs 86 grams. You can get it on Amazon for £12.94, and there's a lot of other dressings and stuff than what I'm showing here in it. Dry bags, the other star of the show. Use the big one on the left as like a pack liner. I use the orange one to put over my Z-Lite because that's on the outside of my bag, and I use the small 12 litre one for my dry change of clothes. They're pretty inexpensive, and you can usually get packs of 3 or 6 on Amazon for about £10. So my backpack, the Osprey Exos 48. Absolutely incredible pack is this. It's took some real abuse. I've had this for about 2 years now, I think. Every pocket absolutely bulging out, stuff clipped to outside of it, chair hanging off it. Just unbelievable. Even when it's absolutely rammed full, the zips never snag. It feels like it's almost impossible to rip it. The mesh pockets on either side are brilliant. You can easily fit an Nalgene bottle in there. You could probably even fit a tent in there, depending on what tent you've got. The outside front mesh pocket, huge mesh pocket on the front, plenty of room to stuff your waterproof jacket and waterproof trousers in there. The brain of the pack, or the lid, you can detach it if you want and use it as like a bum bag almost. Everything's really easy to use. It's a really well thought out pack. Two downsides to this pack. One of them is that there's no hip belt pockets, which I do like for putting my car keys and stuff in. And the actual shape of the pack, which I'm sure you've heard other people talk about, it is sort of curved, and that translates into the inside of the pack, so it restricts your room a little bit. But I managed to get the Rabascent 1100 sleeping bag in there at the bottom, and the Hilleberg Solo Black Label, which I'm sure you know is quite a large pack size, and all my other gubbins fit in there fine. And because there's a new version of this pack out, if you go for the orange and black version, it's actually on offer at the moment on Osprey's official site, reduced from £160 to £80, so that's a real bargain. And it carries a lot of weight really well, really comfortable, brilliant. We're nearly done, I promise. The Rab Microlight Alpine Down Jacket. It's made from Pertex Quantum Pro Ripstop nylon. It's durable, lightweight and windproof, and it's got a DWR coating on it which makes water bead off of it, but I only suggest you try that in really light showers. It's not a good idea to get a down jacket wet. It's by no means waterproof. It uses 153 grams of 700 fill power down. It's got YKK zippers throughout. It packs down tiny, and you can stuff it into all those little gaps in your bag. It's £179 on Amazon, but it's on sale at Go Outdoors for £139 in quite a cool colour. It's like blue and orange. It looks really nice. I personally think that a down jacket is an essential bit of kit, and the temperature really drops on a night or on the summit of a mountain. A down jacket is an excellent thing to have, and they pack away so small. Synthetic jackets are good, but they generally don't pack as small as down. That's why the down ones are more expensive than synthetic. But you can get some on Decathlon for pretty cheap, so if you're not wanting to spend that sort of money on Rab, I only went for Rab because I'm a brand snob and I thought it looked cool, but this jacket has actually performed really well. I've had it for about a year. I'm really happy with it. I absolutely loved these leggings from Alpkit. They're like stretchy trail running leggings, but they've also got pockets, which is a nice touch. Really comfortable. Because they're tight around the leg at the bottom, it stops ticks and stuff being able to get at you. Yeah, brilliant. Don't know how much they weigh, don't know how much they cost. CBA. Again, Rab Nexus jacket. It's just like a microfiber fleece. Really thin but warm. It's stretchy, comfortable, and it feels nice. £63. Don't know how much it weighs. I'm getting bored of this now, are you? There's a theme here, isn't there? I'm like Paul Messner. The Rab Talk pants. These have got a water repellent coating on them. They're really comfortable because they're really stretchy. It's almost like wearing leggings or jogging bottoms. And the knees are reinforced. That's pretty much all I can say about them, but they are really comfy. £85, which is a bit mad. I got mine for £60 on offer at Go Outdoors. Quick wicking t-shirts is a great thing to have for hiking, camping, whatever. They've got tiny little holes in them to allow moisture to escape and for breathability. They dry really quick, they keep you cool. There's no need to spend a lot of money on these. You can get this brand on Amazon. You can get a pack of 3 for, let me look at my notes, for a tenner. You can get a pack of 3 t-shirts for a tenner instead of spending like 90 quid on one t-shirt, which is what I usually do. The Peter Storm Packable Mac let me down, didn't it? Really let me down.
Jesus Christ, I'm soaked through to my boxes.
It's not waterproof at all. Within about 10 minutes of heavy rain, not even that, 5 minutes of heavy rain, and I was soaked. I might as well not add it on. So that, rubbish, don't bother. The Solomon Quest 4D4s. So slippy on wet rocks and that, you've got no grip whatsoever. And I went flying a few times. They're quite dangerous. Like, I don't know what's going on with that grip that they're using on them ones. My Quest 4D freeze, I never had a problem really with slipping and stuff, but these are like, you've got ice skates on. And the Adidas Terex. As you can see, it's dark. It took me that long to do that. Right, so I hope you understand that I'm not going to include the tent in this video, which might really wind you up. That might be the one thing that you were waiting for to see. But I could literally talk about that tent for an hour and it feels like I've already been talking for eternity. So that video is yet to come. Sorry. So I hope you enjoyed that, or you found it interesting, or it just killed a bit of time for you. If you did enjoy it, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week where I'm looking at the Nightcat hammock. I've got sent another free piece of gear, so we'll have a quick look at that. And yeah, that's my one video for this week. One video a week, man. It's not easy. See you next time.